Robert Bellarmine de Verbo Dei, Episode 17. Ipsi vero apostoli Petrus, Paulus, Ioannes, Jacobus, Judas, nonemodo in singulis epistolis frequenter adhibent testimonia legis et prophetardrum, quae nimis longum esset hoc loco recensere, sed interdum etiam scriptur rardrum actualitatem universae praedicant. Habemus inquit Sanctus Petrus, secundum Petrum primo, firmi ordinem propheticum sermonem, cui bene facitis attendentes, tanquam lucerna lucentes in caliginoso loco. Bellarmine continues now. Indeed, vero, this conjunction is adversative. It is from the adjective veris aum, which means true, and so it is conceived of as something like, but another true thing is. So although what came before was true, this is another true thing, and therefore it's taken adversatively. But, in fact, ipsi apostoli, the apostles themselves, this is an intensive adjective here in the masculine plural nominative. The apostles themselves, Peter, Paul, John, James, Judas, meaning here the author of the epistle which bears his name, the Epistle of Jude, not only, nonemodo, in their individual letters, in singulis epistolis, and that's why they are listed here. These are writers of letters, apostles who wrote letters. Not only in their individual letters, very often frequentur, appeal to, adhibent, the testimonies of the law and of the prophets. Testimonia is the object of adhibent, one of the objects, and it is neuter, plural, and accusative. Testimonium is the nominative singular. It has this noun legis in the feminine singular genitive. It's an objective genitive. They not only in their individual letters quite often appeal to the testimonies, the evidences of the law and of the prophets, and then we have here a relative clause introduced by quae and concluded by recensere. So the antecedent of quae is testimonia, the sorts of things which nimis longum esset, it would be, esset, exceedingly tedious, longum esset. It would be very, very tedious in this particular passage, meaning here, to recount them all, recensere. So Bellarmine says, I'm not going to cite all of the places where the apostles who wrote letters, these five, cite the testimonia of the law and of the prophets, because that would be nimis longum, way too time-consuming. So not only do they do that, but sometimes, said interdum, they also, what do? They also praedicant, that is, they proclaim or they announce clearly, they state or they preach the auctoritatem scripturarum, the authority of the scriptures, more generally, universae. This is an adverb, and it means, more generally, as I said, you could translate it universally, but it has the sense of with the broadest possible application. We have, habemus, said Saint Peter, Sanctus Petrus, in 2 Peter, the first chapter, primo capitulo. This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19, in fact. We have firmiorem propheticum sermonem. We have a more sure, that is a more reliable, prophetic word, sermonem. Sermo, sermonis, is a third declension masculine noun, and thus the adjectives which modify it, firmiorem, which is a comparative adjective, and propheticum must also be masculine, and in this instance they need to be singular and accusative to agree with sermonem. To it, cui, this is a dative, I should say a masculine singular dative to maintain consistency, relative pronoun which refers to sermonem, that's its antecedent, to which you, attendentes, to which, attending, you do well. That is, you do well in paying attention to that more prophetic word. As though, tamquam, to a light. And I see now that when I read through this first, I missed that this was actually lucerni. This is a diphthong. I didn't see it properly. And it is feminine singular and dative, this diphthong lucerni, attending to it as though to a light that is lucenti, shining, present active participle, in a place that is black and cloudy, caliginoso. Lewis and Short also give for this adjective caliginosus gloomy, dark, obscure.